Good morning, St. Francis community. This is Denise Duque. I'm your parish music director, and I am back today with a reflection for our series of reflections brought to you by our parish community and staff. So because we're in the beginning of May, and May is the month of Mary, I actually wanted to share my reflection on Mary today. So I am using this Bible app. It's called YouVersion One Bible. It is a way to get through the Bible in a different way. You can search a topic, and it could be about a life event that you may be going through or certain feelings you may be having. And it gives you a variety of devotionals to pick from. Devotionals that have 7 days of scriptures and 7 days of reflections. So I've been using that Bible app and it's been amazing. The one that I am on right now, the devotional, is called Mary, the Mother of Jesus. And I wanted to talk about embracing God's expectations. So Mary, to start with, she was a very young girl when she met Gabriel. Before that, she probably had her own plans and expectations of her life, which were probably given to her by her parents. And she was betrothed to Joseph. She was going to marry this carpenter. That was going to be life for her. And she accepted that because that was the cultural norm. And she loved her parents. She was a good daughter. And she loved God. And she had faith that this was his plan for her. Now she meets Gabriel and he tells her, yes, that's true. And also you are to give birth to the Savior of the world, raise him, and ultimately give him up so that he can save all of humankind. Now, imagine being a teenage girl and getting that news and processing that. As a human being, to be able to process that with such grace, it takes somebody extraordinary. And we know that that was Mary. So Mary accepted this news. She accepted this plan with an open heart, with such grace. She didn't refuse. She said, yes. She said, let it be done to me, and how will this come to be? She didn't say, you've got the wrong girl, pick somebody else who's ready for this. But she accepted it with a resounding yes. May it be done to me according to your word. So Mary had her expectations of her life, but God had different ones. Let's talk about that today. How many of you came into 2020 with expectations and goals and plans of the upcoming year? Whether it be personal goals, goals for your family, for your career, things that you wanted to accomplish by the end of the year. So you come into 2020 and then March rolls through and it's a big nope. And your plans and your goals and expectations are frozen or thrown out the door. And so how do we accept that God had different plans for us? What if God's plans were completely different from what we wanted? What if they're not what we want? Now, in the month of May, I think what I want to do, and I think that would be helpful for us to think about to kind of get through this tough time, is to accept things the way Mary did. Though we don't know what God's expectations and plans are for the upcoming year, after all of this is calmed down, after coronavirus, though we don't know if they are our plans, if God wanted us to do something completely different, how can we accept that with an open heart like Mary? I want to share with you what the passage says today. God revealed himself to Mary, and so he will reveal himself to us. He has revealed himself to us. He is the God of the impossible. He always has been. He is the God who called us to joy, to abandon fear, to release our dreams, and to embrace his. Accept a new adventure. Accept the favor of his presence. Rejoice. Rejoice? Question mark. Big question mark. That our dreams are endangered, that we maybe won't get the life we planned for or the life we always wanted. Rejoice, yes, and surrender. Because you are highly favored. God is with you, and that changes everything. So knowing that I had my plans for the year, I had really big plans for the year. And the way things are going now, those aren't going to happen. Obviously, God has bigger plans for me. I am in the process of trying to accept that. And I think that because it's the month of May, I think I'm going to spend the month of May trying to accept those plans like Mary did. By doing that, it can get me through, it can get us through such a tough time with coming into encounter with the unexpected. Right now, we're probably searching for a purpose and trying to figure out what God's plans are, and just trying to get day to day, trying to find out what God's expectations are of us. Now, when those come, when that plan comes, when it unravels, are we ready for that? Are we ready for God's plans, even though they're not what we wanted? Rejoice, yes, and surrender, because you are highly favored. God is with you. Whatever comes, whatever may be, is actually what God has planned for us. I have gone through my life finding that out time and time again. Though things have never gone the way that I expected, they always seem to have worked out. And I believe that God rolls out his plans in these ways. And he lets us find out maybe further down the road that this was meant to be. Coronavirus is a tough time. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't know what the year holds, when normal will happen again. But we can take comfort in knowing that God is with us. You are highly favored. Surrender to what may be. I hope you can take this message and get some comfort in it, because we can use all the words and messages and comfort that we can get from God right now. We are in another month of sheltering in place. And so this is another month to kind of just figure out maybe what our purpose is. Maybe we won't figure it out. But take comfort in knowing that this is part of the plan and that it is okay to surrender to it. So I'm going to make it a challenge for the month of May to accept things with an open heart like Mary. And I hope that you can join me in doing that. I think it'll give us some comfort and a way to navigate through coronavirus era with a little bit more ease. St. Francis, you are always in my prayers. Let's continue to pray for each other. I hope that I have been in your prayers. We are all in this boat together. Let's approach May like Mary. Let's approach God's plans, though they may not be our own, with an open heart and say yes to the unexpected, because you are highly favored and God is with you.